The bed is a California king size bed. I had a mattress, an air mattress that was mine that I was also using on the times when like I'm here and he's here at the same time and he won't go upstairs to his room because who wouldn't want to sleep on a California king, right? Anyways, something happened to my mattress and it's flat now, so I'm pissed. I don't know what the. Anyways, moving on. So that's what I'm doing now is making up this tid little bit of sheet. Then we'll get started. Hi. Okay. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Spicy. Spicy, you're the shit. Thank you so much for like all the inspiration that you've given me since I started my channel to keep me doing my channel and to do this particular series, which is called Tales from Embers. And it's called Tales from Embers because Embers is the nickname Spicy gave me. So that's a little fun fact for you guys. Another shout out is to Carrie and Brian, because I've been chit-chatting with Carrie and they wanted in because they were actually paying attention, which just made me feel so happy. Like, oh my God, people are watching my shit. So, especially this series, apparently people are like, we want in, we want to know about your crazy life. So, buckle up, guys, because we're about to get so deep up in much, it ain't even funny. Starting with more of the current situation. Where I live, what's going on with that, how I met this person, all that shit. We're going to go through all of that. I guess first thing we should do is start out with how I met this person, because that's pretty significant in the long run of all this. I met this person through my baby's dad. My two younger sons, Tristan and Miles. Their dad, Jeff, I've talked about him before. We all know Jeff. You've never seen him, but we know Jeff. And that's how I met Mitesh. So I've known him for about 12 plus years now, I guess you could say. My seat, I'm arranging my stuff in here again too, so I'm just going to pull my seat up real quick and sit down for just a second while I drink my coffee and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that, because it's crazy. Okay, so I met him through Jeff. Jeff introduced me. We were friends, like, so it was a mutual friend of mine and my ex's. And before you guys get this so completely twisted, no, I did not leave Jeff for Mitesh, nor did I get with Mitesh while I was with Jeff. Jeff and I had been broken up for quite some time whenever Mitesh and I started dating. Now, way later on through this series, because this is probably going to be an ongoing series that will just continue to update with my personal stuff that's going on. He was cool. I think one of the main reasons why he let me see Tristan so quickly and alone, like, because, and again, I'll get into that more, why Tristan is with Jeff mostly, and I don't have him, all that crap. We'll get into that. Unfortunately, the downside to some of that is that, of course, I was away from my daughter for several years because basically I was a kid raising a kid, and so that had an effect on my mom skills, and so I was a dick. I was a dick mom. But I'd like to think that had a little bit to do with why she graduated still, even though I didn't, so. There's that ASMR or whatever the hell that is for the coffee drinkers. Some people hate that. I don't give a shit. I love coffee, and if you can't fuck with that, then bounce, bro. Anyways, back to the Tales from Embers. So that's how I met Mitesh. And he's been he really is like he's my best fucking friend. We're more like, unfortunately, like, we are more like brother and sister. We fight like brothers and sisters, and we're just dicks to each other like that. Especially nowadays, now that we're not together. Which is, I'm sure, why you can imagine it makes living together much more difficult now that we're not together. However, I'm a rather open-minded person. I'm a very eccentric person, and I like to believe in things that other people just don't think are possible. I always want to be like, you're wrong, and I'm going to prove it to you. So a lot of people think, oh, you can't do that. Bitch, watch me. Like Amelia Hart says, bitch, watch me. Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this thing work. Okay? The thing, of course, which is the current situation, is the fact that I have decided that it would be best if I lived here part-time, and then part-time I'll be living at another friend's house. Okay? So I'm gonna just turn this a little bit, and you guys can follow me while I finish putting the curtains that help me keep this closed off. So it's a little more private when I'm doing it in case people come over. They're not coming over tonight. Of course, I'm home alone, like Macaulay Culkin. I'm home alone. So I'll be putting a curtain back over this way. So let me get you guys turned to where you can see what I'm doing. Over in this area, I'll be putting up a curtain. So you'll just have to watch me bring the light over and do all that stuff. And I hope to goodness you can hear me. So I'm going to pause it for just a second while I move that, and then I'll get back to the story. Just real quick, I wanted to point out that one up there, that one's from Brick G. That's the one I won from Brick G. Because I still tell everybody about that because I was so freaking pumped about that shit. So I'm going to move a ladder over here, moving a ladder over here, and then I hang the curtain kind of diagonally. And while I'm doing that, I'll talk to you guys about the rest, some more of the story. Okay. So basically, oh, hold on a minute. Let me turn this fan on because I do not like that. I'm going to have to fix that too. So, okay. After Jeff and I separated and stuff, I was living with another roommate, and I was working in a city close by the one I live in now. And through a bunch of weird, a series of strange events, I ended up running into Mitesh again. That was kind of like Jeff's fault too, because he kept getting up with me, and then the three of us would be hanging out, or like we would just be hanging out, and then Jeff would just bail on me and leave me stuck with Mitesh. And Mitesh kept telling him, dude, stop doing that. Stop doing that. That never works out with dudes leaving their girls and stuff. And basically something happened one night at the place I was living at. I gave Jeff an ultimatum. I said, look, if you leave now and we don't talk about this, like, we're done. Like, I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of the fucking arguing. And he had brought Tristan over there, and because of a whole bunch of shit, we were not supposed to be around each other at the same time in front of Tristan. So I was worried about that shit, and I told him, I was like, look, if you do this, you're done. We're done. And when I say I'm done, guys, I mean I'm done. Like, when I say I'm done with you, I'm done. So we're done. Donezo. Okay? So, I mean, we can still be friends. We'll still be friends. But when I say done, you know what that means. That means you're not. No more. Okay? Period. It's not happening. Nah. So, Jeff, being the genius he is, was like, nah, bitch, I'm out. And I was like, okay, you think I'm playing. And I wasn't. So, needless to say, Jeff and I are friends now. Hold on, they're getting a message from this other person that eventually we're going to go into. Oh, we're going to get way up in that. Let me see if I can get that down so I can answer them. They're like, what you mean? Nice. On the way back through. I mean, it's pretty clear, so it's not like it's going anywhere or not. Ta-da.